Hey boys and girls, and everything in between. This is a video on how to complete the Mage Tower challenge for Assassination Rogues. This drive is by no means perfect, but I still managed to get it done. I had about 150 ms because I was streaming, and I almost messed up on a few mechanics, but Rogues have got a lot of stuff to negate the damage, so as long as you stay focused you can recover pretty easily. My item level was 897. My trinkets weren't really that good, and I don't have best in slot legendaries for this, but as I said, rogues have got a lot of stuff to negate, so as long as you focus you can do it pretty easily. I played with Subterfuge so that I could garrote all three here at the start, plus I've got the shoulder legendary, so start with a garrote on all three, and then as soon as you can get your rupture up, preferably with 5 combo points. It's really good to try and stack them up here, so you can fan the knives. It's a lot easier to keep your deadly poison up then, and if your poison bomb procs, then the chances are all three of them are going to be in it. There's a few there's quite a lot of mechanics to try and avoid, but once you get used to the fight it's pretty straightforward. But your DPS rotations basically fan of knives until you get full combo points, and then rupture whichever one has got the shortest duration remaining. Use garrote on cooldown too if you wish, for good energy regen rates. If they've all got rupture up and have good time remaining on it, you can use Envenom. But this fight is basically about keeping yourself alive, and Leech and Poison is a must. If you don't play with Leech and Poison, then you don't have enough healing to do this. I'll run through some of the boss mechanics now, but for DPS you basically just want to DPS the caster one, the one that casts Shadow Bolt most, the Runeseer, because you have to stun the other guy sometimes, and you have to blind Sigrun, so you're mainly focusing on DPS in this one. Plus, if she gets a shield sometimes and starts casting Ancient Knowledge, so if Ancestral Knowledge I think it is actually, but if she gets that off then it wipes you unless you Cloak of Shadows. So you basically want to put all damage into her, make sure you've got bleeds up in the other two, and kick the cast before it runs out. I tried to leave it as late as possible to avoid taking much damage from Shadow Bolts. Obviously if you kick it really early, she's going to go back to casting Shadow Bolts again. But yeah, that's basically it for damage. The mechanics that you want to worry about most are Sigrun will start casting Blood of the Father every now and again. It does a massive AoE and you need to blind her, or him, every time that it's used, so I've always got him as his focus target, and I just made a macro to blind to focus, so every time it's casted I just blind it. But if you mess up on blinding that, or if you AoE him while he's blinded, then it's probably going to wipe you. He throws a spear which puts puddles on the ground, so you want to try and avoid them as well. And he summons Valkyr, which will have a gap in the wall. You have to find the gap so that it doesn't hit you, similar to the last boss in Fall of the Wardens. Jarl Felbrand does a Blade Storm every now and again. You can either run out of it, or I find it easier to kidney, because then you can stay close to him to keep bleeds up and stuff. He also fires an axe, which goes round in an arc, so you have to try and avoid it. It does quite a lot of damage too if it hits you. And Runeseer Valjar does just spam Shadow Bolt. Doesn't really do a lot of damage, but you'll want to kick it if you can. If you don't need kick for Ancestral Knowledge, then you can kick the Shadow Bolt. But the main thing is the Ancestral Knowledge, and you need to be doing enough damage to break that shield to get it down as soon as possible, and then just leave the kick as late as you can. I tried to save my cooldowns for whenever she had the shield, so my Orc Racial,
50,
Vendetta, and when she had the shield I tended to make sure I had bleeds on the other two, and then just spam damage into her, because that's the most important mechanic for this.
50,
But yeah, just rinse
20.
and repeat over and over and over again, eventually, because they all take damage. When you damage one, it damages them all. So
20,
basically just keep repeating this, doing the tactics, and eventually, once Sigrun gets to 20%,
50,
the fight ends.
50,
Um,
50.
there's also
50.
runes that spawn on the ground, you just have to run over them. If you don't get them all in time, they explode, and that wipes you as well. Every now and again you get a gold orb on the ground if you want to pick that up. It gives you health. But I was able to survive mainly because of Feint and Crimson Vial. If you have the trait for Crimson Vial so that it reduces damage while you use it, it's really good as well. So rinse and repeat those tactics over and over, and this fight should be easy. Good luck.
Fifty. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 20. 20. 20. 20. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50.